Hey, what's going on, my friends? In this video, we're going to take another updated look at our growth portfolio where we contribute $25 a week. Yes, $25 a week into our growth portfolio. We have 7 different companies inside of our growth portfolio, or should I say 7 slices. And, things are going well in general. We could have made some moves a little while back, not that long ago, like a week ago. That would have helped us even be up, quite a bit more. But it's all good. It's all good. We didn't really want to have to do any work, and it's part of the journey. So when we dive in here and look at how things are going, over the past day, you can see our return is up 4.90%, and it's a gain of $44.69. The past week, though, things actually dropped down to negative 8.06%, which is a negative $83.90. And 1 month, we're up 26.65%, which is almost $200. In 1 quarter, you can see our return is 37.45%, which is $207.01. You're going to see the same difference for 1 year and all time, since this has been under 1 quarter that we've owned this, had this portfolio. And so what I wanted to do in this particular video and this updated look of our portfolio, obviously we'll do our usual, come down here, make sure we got this showing our returns, who's producing the best. Of course, we were going to see backed up here. The question was, how much lower was it going to be? Because as I was saying, we knew things were going to come down a tad bit, right? We didn't know how much. We knew things were going to come down a bit with backed. And we'll dive into backed in a moment, but let's continue to see how everyone is doing as a whole. Backed is up 132%, followed by Navita, which is up 48.09%. Loving it. EVPi, which of course is just the hot charge point, and that is up 43.08%. Then we have Fuel Cell Energy, which is up 14.49%, followed by Coinbase, which is up 9.40%. And then Palantir is down 14.80%. And DraftKings is down 27.82%. And of course, when we, as I was saying a moment ago, when we dive in here and look at backed holdings, you can really see our $100 investment. I don't want to say it took a beating, because that initial investment obviously just blew up for us, right? Flew all the way up here, went down a little bit, went up, went down, then went all the way up here. If you guys saw, I think my last video, or maybe the second to last video, I pretty much said it's not staying up this high. I should have sold at this point and then bought back in over here this week, essentially, at some point. Now, the challenge when you do something like that is, I could have sold somewhere over here. I could have sold over here, and I would, walked away with a couple $100 right there. If I would have sold at that peak or anywhere in this area, yeah, I would have had $400+ in my pocket right there from that deal. But again, the challenge is, if I want to buy back in, I don't necessarily know where the best place is, how low it's going to go. You don't know that. It could have stopped over here, because this kind of looked like it might have been a support area, but it obviously continued to go down lower. And it looks like now we currently are in a good, potentially we're in a good support area. Could it go lower? Absolutely. Similar to over here, it went lower, and it can do the same difference. Do I think it will go lower? No, not really. If it does, maybe a little bit lower. But as a whole, I think it's going to kind of stay in this range where we currently are and start to go back up from here. The fact that this is our growth portfolio, it's something we're just holding for the long term. We don't really want to have to worry about day-to-day activity and, trying to time it and catch it at its peak and then trying to catch it at its lowest point again. Right now, we got it down here, which is lower, than everywhere else it currently sits. And, that's the best position to be in, because now we're not worried about if it does kind of fall down a bit, because again, this is a long-term play. And as in 10 years from now, we are pretty confident that this will be higher than here. So no need to really try to play all the games, timing it and catching it at the right time and, this, that, and the other. That said, it still would have been nice if we did do that, because then, yeah, we would have had a couple more hundred in our pocket still. And, it would be nice, but we are still up big with backed holdings. As you can see, 132%. So, hey, I really mad. Okay, I'm mad. I'm just saying it still would have been nice to have that extra money in our pocket. That said, as you look in here, like I said, the other thing I wanted to point out is Nvidia, which is tearing it up 48.09%. And they've just been on fire, right? On fire. And data center growth is still the top reason to buy Nvidia stock now. Nvidia stock is risky bet following Q3 earnings. Yeah. And that might be someone trying to get people to sell weak hands so that, they can obviously, some hedge funds and whatnot can try to scoop up some deals, because this is a great buy for the long term. But when we come back here and you look, we also still have some red down here with Palantir and DraftKings. And it's funny because, like I said a while ago, like literally maybe the second video, those were the two that I was most skeptical about. And a little, I won't lie, backed holding. I mean, fuel cell backed holdings also, but Nvidia, ChargePoint, Coinbase, I knew I wanted those ones for certain. DraftKings and Palantir. I like Palantir long term. I'm not really worried. DraftKings, I think, is the one that I am a little more, because I'm not really a big gambler in that sense. I don't really use DraftKings, but I do see how many people, so many people do use it, why it is such a popular, app and, service and whatnot, betting, so I'm obviously into sports. Why wouldn't I, I can see the value. I can see people loving this. Times are changing. Everything's going digital. DraftKings is making that transition happen. You don't need your bookie anymore, this, that, and the other. So, hey, I threw it into the mix because I do believe in 10 years from now, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Same with Palantir. So anyway, if you guys are interested in starting a growth portfolio similar to this, where we will be, again, contributing $25 every week, you can see we had our buy on the 15th most recently. And we come over here, like I said, it's a beautiful thing when you can see your average price at $8.50. Yeah, not too shabby. That's why even now it's like one of those challenges where I know this is a growth portfolio and it is a small amount coming in here, but it can be very tempting to say, well, back is so low right now, and I do believe it's going to be much higher. Maybe when we add some more money in here, we're going to throw that in there more geared at backed specifically, because it is such a steal in terms of where its current price point share is. The same difference can be said, though, about Palantir and DraftKings, because, again, yes, you can look at that, all that red. But $7.50 is what we've added so far. And, again, we are up $957.01. 1 cent. So, hey, I'm a fan of this portfolio still. I know we are kind of down from where we were, but we're technically still up from where we were. So, hey, this is part of the journey, my friends. If you are interested in joining the journey, definitely subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all of our latest videos. And like I said, I really want you to join the journey, which means also creating your own growth or dividend portfolio. I got a link down below to M1 Finance where you can start and fund your account with $100 and get some free cash when you do it. And I also have a link down below to Webull, my other favorite brokerage right now. Although I'm starting to, do some research to look for another app to possibly take its place. Possibly, we shall see. We shall see. But either way, I do have a link to Webull as well. You can start if you start and fund your account. I believe you can get some free stocks. It might be. I mean, I don't even want to say what it might be, but yeah, you might get some free stocks. I won't lie. I will be honest. At one point, I was given Ford, and I sold it, and Ford is like in the teens now, like high teens, and I was given it at like $1. Not literally, but yeah. So, hey, my friends, start your growth portfolio today. What are you waiting on? I don't get it. I don't see why people, everyone's not investing, even if it's as little as $25 a week. And if you don't think you have enough money to afford that, then, like I said, definitely subscribe to this channel because I make content on making, managing, and growing money. So there'll definitely be some videos in there in the mix that should help you with making some additional income that will allow you to then invest that money, because you're obviously surviving right now. Maybe things are tough, maybe things are tight, but you're getting by right now with your current income. So if you got a little more money, consider putting that towards some sort of portfolio that will allow you to get your money to work for you and grow your money. All right, my friends, I got to keep it moving. I hope you guys found this video helpful, motivational, encouraging. Start investing today. Get that money to work for you. And like I said, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Much appreciation for watching. But you guys already know I got to keep it moving. So I'll see you in the next video. Peace.